Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Manziel. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a second down. Here's 2nd and 8. Yeah, he'll find Hall, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This will be caught just inside the 10. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
70, Indy, X3, 218, chop.
Now back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing is Jackson. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 82 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
backyard.
Man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Get ready.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey!
Back to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. T.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point right down the middle, and it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
He's check. Check the hot read. Go. Banjo.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Yeah, baby.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll look to throw here. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Mike 14, Mike 14. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 14's the mic. 14's the mic. You ain't got nothing.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taken right around the 44. That'll go as a 46. Yard punt with a return of 7. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready.
55. Check. 55. Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
Stop.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
60 outlaw.
2nd and 3. This is the tight end, Njoku. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. And he spikes it to stop the clock, and now if they choose, they'll have a chance at maybe a long field goal try here just before the break. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to fire one, and it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. Let's go. Come on, QB. Come on. Mike 14. Mike 14.
Here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Good job.
3rd down. 3rd and 14.
Coming to you. Coming to you. 14's the mic. 14's the mic. Let's go, deep. Let's go, deep. Tighten up. Mike 14.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, or you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
52. Don't get nervous. Greystone, Travis. Hey, Haywood.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Another run by Lindsey. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Ready.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
On the double. Throw out.
Defense wins championships, baby. Check 15.
Shoot.
They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Damian Willis, 78 yards. As his guys are back within a single score.
Hey, box drop. Ready.
Menzel going to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
14's the mic. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw again is Jackson. And that's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Jackson steps away to his left. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm coming.
Hey, Mike, 50. Crunch time, defense.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets this one to Johnson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now again, right side, Carson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Jackson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Got it.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tumble.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now Manziel. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And an alley to run. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Philip Lindsey. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns have retaken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now it's Jackson. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Now Jackson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The throw over the middle taken in. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays. And he's into the clear. 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Philip Lindsey, 82 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. No problem there on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Shift. Watch the whip. Kill. Echo.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On first down, Lindsey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Manziel, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 4.
Here we go. Good team on it. Let's go, team. Big series, man. Let's go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cleveland, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead.